Thanks so much for joining us today. We would love to know how God is using this ministry to touch your life. Please take a moment to send your story to marathonchurch.org/mystory. Also, if you would like to support this ministry financially, you can do so by visiting marathonchurch.org and choosing the giving option that works best for you. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy today's message.
Well. Does that seem like your day? Is every week the same for you, by the way? After a while, you learn things. Well, let's talk a little bit. We're going to talk about the life you always wanted. Let's go ahead and get the shoe thing over with, because everybody was asking about my shoes, and these are red, white, and blue, and today is a good day for red, white, and blue, and we'll talk about that a little bit, kind of thing. So, we had an election, did we not? We did. Did everybody vote? You did? I had people who voted that were not happy with either one. Is that okay? And they decided to vote for somebody they didn't know, so they voted. Okay, I'm in line listening to everybody complain. Nobody's really happy about anything, so everybody, But do you know why you got to vote? Because a veteran made sure of it. Do you understand where we are? This is who we are. People died for what we get to do. So y'all need to remember that today, and Veterans Weekend, that kind of thing. So all of that is because somebody made it happen and that kind of thing. We have rats going on today. So just pay attention to me if you can. So let's think about that for a minute. Now, I don't know if your candidate won, by the way. I have no idea. And I know that people were like mad about it. If you noticed, if you looked on the news lately, people were like mad, okay, because their candidate didn't win. People were mad, that kind of thing. So they're protesting and they're mad. And I heard people say, my life will never be the same because their candidate did not win. So let's have a heart to heart today, if you will. We're talking about the life I always wanted. And for you to say that because a president was elected or not elected, that my life will never be the same, I think we've kind of messed up some stuff. Okay, I think we got a couple things we need to talk about as we walk through this. Now, I'm going to share some things with you. I'm going to share something with you that you probably don't know, because I don't think many Christians catch on to the fact on how to have this great life. Now, I would say that most of us haven't got what we want. Okay. Probably didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. And most of you are still hoping for the best. Hope everything's going to turn out right and everything's going to be okay. Let me help you, okay? Let me help you real quick. This isn't heaven. Has everybody figured that out yet? Okay. So not everything is going to go right here. And not everything's going to go your way. Okay, I don't care how much whining and crying and whatever we do. It's not always going to work out for you. And so, but there was a thing that the Bible talked about. It was telling us that this is how you have a good life, and this is how you have a great life. And I think a lot of us kind of miss that point when it comes to Christianity and how to have a great life, that kind of thing. I think we miss some of that. So you have to think: did it turn out the way I wanted it to turn out? And am I having a good life? I ask people all the time, I say, you having a good week? And they say, well, yes. Based on what? You see, so is it hope? We're going to have a good life? Is it hope? Maybe it's the Christian word we call faith. We have faith that everything's going to work out this week and everything will be good. Well, good luck with that. Okay? because that's what you're ending up with. And we're going to talk about a little bit of the faith part and a little bit of the good part and how do we have good and how this thing works out. One of the things I have to share with you, and I want to show this to you, you have to make sure that you don't let your past influence your future so much. And this is happening to everybody. You got to be really careful. God is more concerned about your future than your past. Because many of you will say to me, I can't have a good life because this happened to me or that happened to me. Then you don't understand the word good or the word great. You just understand things go wrong, and you have this thought that I hope everything is going to turn out all right. Couple things you need to know as we get into the Bible. Jesus made it clear. He talked about present and future. He did not talk about past. You're the only one thinking about it. So I don't know if everything's working out for you. I don't know if you got the right this or the right that. You got the right marriage. I don't know what you're thinking when it comes to defining the good life. Maybe the good life for you is everybody got the job you want. Yes or no? Y'all can talk to me today. No? Okay. Well, what do you do? What do you do? Get another one. Okay, well, yeah, that'll make life good if you get another one. Probably not, because you don't know good yet. Okay, but we'll act like you know good, and we'll do the good thing right now. And so we don't have the right job. Do you have the right house yet? Not yet. Okay, so maybe if you get the right house, everything will be good. Probably not. Right car, right dog. Everybody's looking for the right spouse, the one that's going to make my life wonderful, the happy ever after. And then we're going to have children, and that's just going to make my life wonderful and good. And, well, how's it working out? Maybe we don't know what good is. Maybe we hadn't figured it out yet. And that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times when you want to have a good life, we don't know what good is. Now, the Bible makes it very clear what good is. The Bible makes it very clear what good is, but I'm not sure if you know what good is. And that's what we have to figure out. So when we walk into this, I'm just going to use scripture. Is that good for you? Okay? When we first started Marathon, a lot of people thought we wasn't using the Bible. Just want to let you know, not that smart. Okay? So I went to the Bible, and I've been using the Bible for a long, long time, and God is really smart, especially on how this works. Now, what I've heard from you is you don't understand when God talks about good, being good, or doing good, we don't get that part. Okay, we still look at it as I hope things are going to work out, and this is kind of how it works with us. Everything's going to be okay one day. Everything's going to work out. My ship's going to come in, and you know what? We never really get the good life because we don't know what we're doing to get it. And that's one of the things he talked about. So nothing, and I'll say this in a minute. Let me show you this first. I want you to look at this. I'm going to read the verse, and I'm going to talk to you about good, okay? And you'll be able to see this on the screen. Do you like the way I made that bigger for you guys? If you're old as I am, you need it really blown up, okay? So here it is. They, which is you, okay, are to do good. All right, sounds good? Most of you are going to read that, I'm going to be good. Then you won't have good. If you just want to be good. Pay attention. He says to be rich in good works, to be generous and ready to share. Okay, so he's saying, okay, now let me tell you how to have the good life. Now let's do this. He said, I need you to be rich in good. I need you to do the rich and good. I need you to be generous in your good. And I need you to be ready to do good. Because here's what he's saying. The only good that happens on this earth, it comes from you. That's how good happens. It doesn't come from anywhere else. And you have to be ready to do the good. If I ask you this, if I say, are you having a good week? And you say, well, yeah, I'm having a good week. I'll say, tell me why you're having a good week. What good did you schedule? What good did you do? This is how the Bible works. It's not about just being good, it's about doing the good. Because we're the only ones on earth that bring good. This is why you're still here. God uses us to do the good on earth, and which in turn gives you a good life. I can have a good life in a messy life because I have scheduled in the good. Most of you, and I asked this question, how you know you're having a good week? And if you said, well, I know the week is going well, then tell me what good you have done. Some of you and most Christians are good for nothing. You're just good. I mean, it's really what we are, isn't it? So how you doing? I'm good. What does that mean? Now, let me let's just think a minute. So I'm asking you about the good. So if I said to you, I want you to have a good life, and what is the good life? Are you thinking about your life? Is that how you're thinking it? Because I get these magazines, AARP sends me magazines, I have no idea why. So they send them to me, and it's talking about the good life in these magazines. Now, I do not read the magazine. I just saw the cover, and it says how to have a good life. Now, let's think about that. So what's your definition of good life? AARP says, where do you retire? Where do you play tennis? Where do you play golf? So I'm trying to figure out, is that what we're talking about as having a good life? Because those things won't bring it to you. And he says to us to be rich in the good, be generous in the good, and schedule the good. That's who we are. That's what we do. And for most people, you never get there. Now, you're good, but you never bring the good. And the only good that happens on earth is what comes through you. Why do you think he left us here? That's why he left us here, so those things can happen. One of the things I always have to pay attention to is I have to trust and adjust. Because nothing is going to go the way I want it to. I'm not exactly sure I got the life I really wanted to get. Is it like that for you? Or maybe you got better than you thought you were going to get. And if that be the case, we're going to have to smack you before you leave. So just line up and we'll get you. I'm just kidding. Maybe you got better than you thought, but based on what? You see, based on what? I want to show you this. This is interesting. This is what we do. Nothing good happens on its own. Please hear what I am saying. I'm telling you what the scripture is telling us, or there will be no verses about doing the good, rich in good, scheduling good. Okay? Nothing good happens on its own. You want to say it with me? Nothing good happens on its own. So did you have a good week? Let's think about that for a minute. He said, well, something good happened to me. Do you know why something good happened to you? Because somebody did it. That's how it happened. Now, there are occasions where God will just come in and people are healed and things like that happen. He just specifically does it for you. But if I say to you that you had a good week and you tell me that something good happened to you, it is because somebody else brought it to you. That is how the good happens on earth. Rich in good, scheduling the good, ready to do good. That's how good happens, because somebody like you, who are supposed to be good, does good. Now, can I have a miserable week and nothing go right and still have a good week? Yeah. This is scripture all the time. So listen, let's watch this now. So you had a good week, right? Because good things happen to you. Where did those good things come from? They only come, you said, would come from God. What does God do? God uses people to bring them to you. Somebody decided they were going to do something good, and you're the benefit of it. I want to know what you're doing. See, I'm having a good week. I have a good week every week in the middle of a misery of this and that, just like the rest of you. I have a good week because my week is scheduled. I have scheduled good. Because if we don't schedule good and we don't do good, good doesn't happen. And you don't have a good week. And you don't have a good life. This is what he tried to tell us. You need to think about this. You're to be rich in good, generous in good, and schedule the good. What most of you do is you sit back and you hope for the best. Maybe one day things will work out right. Maybe one day I'll have a good day. Maybe one day my spouse will do what they're supposed to do and act right. Now that good luck with that one. I love this part I love young couples. They have to get married. They come to me, they're in love. You remember that day we all were in love. You remember that? You used to have fun, all that. Then you got married. So here they come to me. And so they want to they have all these wedding plans. And now, this little girl has been thinking about this wedding thing since she was 6 years old. You understand that, right? And so the guy doesn't have a clue. He don't even care. He's like, just tell me where to show up. So, okay. So she comes to me, she starts telling me this wedding, it's going to be like this, the colors. And then she'll say, we're going to do it outside. And I went, really? And then they say, you need to pray it'll be a good day. I'm like I have in charge of the weather. Do you know what's happening? We're trying to make the perfect day for this wedding. Everything has to go right. Everything for that day. Now listen, it doesn't happen any other day ever in your life. The perfect day never will happen, but we're going to make sure this day happens. And then they do reality shows called Bridezillas. And they say, well, how do you know it'll be a show? You know how we know it'll be a show? Because it's never going to go right. And then we get to watch the bride explode. And then they'll ask me questions like, I have no idea where the flowers are. Why don't you know I don't know what we're having. She wanted shrimp, and they brought chicken. She's been dreaming about shrimp since she was 6 years old. If we just had shrimp, this would be a wonderful day. And she's in the back crying. Her mama's running back there screaming at everybody. This is the perfect day. And then one of you will come to the bride. Did you have a good day? Was it good for you, honey? Well, no, it was not. Because everything that was supposed to go the way it was supposed to go didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Is it possible to have a good day when those things happen? Is it possible to have a good life in the middle of your misery right now? It absolutely is. This is where Scripture comes in. This is the best thing God ever did for us. You are the good. You are to bring the good. You are to be generous to the good. You are to schedule the good. You are to do the good. And people will benefit from your good. And what will happen? You will have a great life, and they will know God. When you sit back on your couch and hope for a lightning bolt from heaven or an email from God, you're in trouble. Because that's not who we are. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. We have to realize that these days, they're never going to be exactly what we want. We're never going to get the life we exactly want because we're not in heaven. And we have these blind spots that we're always sitting around, hoping my ship comes in, hoping I get the right job, I get the right house, thinking that all these things will make me a happy, good life. It'll be the life that I've always wanted, and I can promise you it will not. It is doing the good and bringing the good to one another is what's going to give you a great life. In the middle of a mess, you can have a good week. That's what has to happen. Some people walk around life blind as if they don't know what's going on. Now, let me ask you this before I get into the next part. I'm going to ask you this. If I can make you see what I'm talking about, if I could just get you to see it, would you do it after you saw it, or would you go back to what you were doing? So this is so many places in the Bible that this happened. We look at Jesus, we look at the things he did. I want to show you this story. We look at all these things, and Jesus was always here. Now, Jesus, it was not uncommon Jesus walk into a house or walk into a place. Every funeral that he went to, he messed it up. Because it's just who he is. He just brings life. He gives you life. So where he walks in, life happens. People, healing people, raising the dead, not a problem. Not a problem. The question was, is it easier to raise the dead or get somebody to walk or heal the blind? Is it easier to do that than to forgive sin? Now you think about this. And he looked over at one guy and said, you just need to get up and walk. And so this was nothing to him. But what I'm always curious about is what's going to happen to these people after it happens to them. So he went to this house. He walked in. Everybody said the little girl was dead. He walks in, and he said, no, she's not dead. And everybody was screaming. He said, you guys need to get out of the house. You're basically driving me crazy. Would you please get out of the house? So he gets out of the house, walks over. Little girl, they comes up. She's alive. They're screaming, I can't believe this. And two blind men hear what's going on, and here's where we go. After Jesus left the girl's home, two blind men following along behind him, shouting, Son of David, have mercy on us. You just raised the dead, and I hadn't got anything to lose. I ain't got anything to lose. So they follow him around. They went right to the house where he's staying, and Jesus asked them two questions. I'm asking you the same. Two questions. Do you believe I can make you see? So I'm asking you that now. Do you think I can make you see? And then he said, and do you want to see? Those are two different things. Those are two different things. Do you think that I can make you see? And the other thing is that you really care about seeing at all, or are you just going to do what you do and hope for the best? See, I'm not trying to get you to hope for the best. I'm trying to show you the best. Okay? So that's what happened. And they said, yes, Lord. They told him, we do. Then he touched their eyes and said, because of your faith, it will happen. Now, let's ask the question. Now, they had nothing to lose. If you were blind and somebody said, I can heal you, you want to be healed? You would say, absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Do you want to walk? Absolutely, walk. Yes. Question. You want to see, right? Do you want to see? Watch this. So now what we do? Do the blind men go back to the same life they were living as if they were blind, but yet they can see? You see what happened? They're going to have to get a whole new life. I can't go back to doing what I was doing because now I know and now I see. This happens every Sunday morning. This happens to us. We see it, we hear it, and we go right back to what we were doing, and you sit back and say, I hope this is going to work out. I hope I'm going to have a good life. That's not what this is saying. You want to have a good life? The Bible's told us how to do that. Be rich and good, be generous, and schedule it. And you'll have a great life. Or you can just walk out that door. You didn't really want to see, you just wanted me to say it. And the Bible talks a lot about that. How people just hear it and walk away. You have to think, am I finally going to get what I'm looking for? Am I going to get the life I always wanted? Am I going to bring the good? Let me ask you this real quick. Take a pause here. Did anything good happen to you this week? Yes or no? Yes. Was it because of somebody else? Yes. Did you want to hear that again? Something good happened to you, and it was because of somebody else. Yes? I want to know what you did to bring good. You see, because if you don't do this, you're not going to have a great life at all. Now, let me say this before I get to the next part. Let me say this. I don't know if I've got the life I've always wanted. Okay, the pastor is supposed to have the life. Hang on, man, I'm like you. What do you mean? I'm trying to figure out if I have the life I've always wanted. You remember, I have to trust and adjust, because a lot of the things that we want in life and what the things that you have dreamed for, it kind of hasn't turned out that way for you or for me. And I hesitated to say it, but I just want to, talk about it just for a moment, because my wife, if you don't know, she has Tagner syndrome. She's been sick, and we're working through that. She's getting better. Okay? But here we are in our 50s, and I thought we were going to be doing something different. You see what I'm saying? I thought, well, we're going to be doing more ministry over here. We're going to have that doing that. We're going to be going more over there. And, so even at holidays, it's kind of like, it's you hold your breath. You kind of like, what's going to happen? Is she going to feel good? What can I do? And I'm always on the whatever I can do. And so you think, well, are you having the life you always wanted? Well, no. But am I having a good life? Yeah. We schedule good things in the middle of all the misery. That doesn't keep us from doing good. It doesn't keep her from doing good. But it isn't what we would have drawn up. See how this works? This is what he's telling us. He said, you got to learn to do the good and be the good on earth. That's how you have a good life. It isn't the circumstances, and Paul talked about it. You're not going to get what you want. It's not all going to work out the way you want it to. But does that mean I can't have a good life? No. He said to be rich and good. Think rich and good. You think of rich and money and wealth. Be wealthy and good. It's not a house. It's not the greatest this and the most of that and I hope you have this and the kids that and everybody works out. Be rich and good. That's what he's telling us. And here's a verse that I want you to see. I want you to see this. This is exactly what I want you to get, okay? But some will say, you have faith. You have it. I have faith. I have the good. Here's what he's saying. You have the good. Okay? You got the good, and I have works. He says, you have the good. I do the good. That's what he's telling us. You have the good. I do the good. And then he says, without your works, and I will show you, let me read this. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. If I said, do you have faith? You say, yes, I do. So you have the good. All I would ask is, what did you do with it? You said, well, I didn't do anything with it. So you were good for nothing. This is what this verse is saying to us. He says, I know you have the good. He says, I need you to do it. That changes the world. You just heard it. You just heard it here. All of you just heard it. Something good happened, and it was because of somebody else. We need to be to somebody else. That's what I'm saying. Are you sure you want to see? Because, listen, you say, well, our marriage isn't what it's supposed to be. Well, then do good. We'll get to this in a few weeks. But how about this doing good to people who don't like you? What do you mean doing good? What? We'll get to that. Because you don't understand good yet. But let's just talk about we do the good. Okay, we do the good. I got an older couple I meet with. I do this, okay? And I go meet them, and they're in their 80s. I don't know what I'm going to be in my 80s. I don't know what kind of complaints I will have or if I will like everything. But these people, they don't get out of the house at all. They watch TV all day long. They basically watch Fox News. And so it's a rough deal down there. And sometimes I go in, but every time I go in, they want to talk about their funeral. Because they want to set up their funeral plans. I'm like, we've already set up. Older people just keep saying the same things. I said, well, and one day they said, well, you think the world's going to end? And I said, well, not soon enough. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but I was like, it'll end one day. And so I walk in there and I said, she said, we got this set up, we got this song, and then I don't want you to have to preach it too late, so we'll do it at this time. And I'm like, and I said, well, why can't we talk about life? We make a lot of plans for dying. We have the details of where we're going to be buried. We have the details of who's going to sing what kind of music, what scripture is going to be. We pay so much attention to dying. Why don't we do that for a living? Why don't we pay attention for that? And I think that's what I'm trying to say. We have the good, and we want to have a great life, then you'll have to schedule it. You'll have to put it in. You'll have to do it. That's what he told us. And some of the things I would say when it comes to making this happen, I think you need to quit waiting on good. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I think you need to quit waiting on it and hoping for it. I think you need to put it in and create it and make it happen. And then you will have a great life. And then somebody will raise their hand and say, yes, somebody did good to me and it was you. My job every week is to do good. Does that mean I have a great life? Well, no, it doesn't have nothing to do with that. I don't live in heaven. Things are going to break down. Did y'all know that? You say, well, I don't have the greatest marriage. Well, you quit doing the good that you did before you got married. You stopped. Listen, do the good to one another and life changes everything. I'm in the back. I'll say this. I'm in the back this morning. I'm praying with the kids workers. Now, you don't see them. You don't see them. They're right there with your kids. Okay, they're working with them, and they're praying. Listen, they're praying for them. They're praying really hard that these kids will know God. These kids will understand. I mean, they're really doing it. You don't know this. And I knew. I went back there. I said, nobody will ever know except you and God and the kids. So then they had this kid. I don't know who. I say kid. It's child. I don't know how y'all would say it. Okay. This child come in, and we have marathon dollars back there. Marathon dollars means if you bring a Bible, you say a prayer verse, you get marathon money, and you buy these toys. We have a market where you can buy these toys back there. So this one girl came in, and she had marathon dollars about this deep. She had been saving them for like a year. Okay? Now I want you to listen to this. It's about a year. Okay? Don't know who this is. Don't know mom and daddy. Don't know nothing. I'm just telling you what happened this morning. So this girl came in and said, I don't want any toys. I want to buy donuts for everybody here in this children's apartment. Did you hear? That child just did good. Now what'd you do? You see what happened? We are to be rich and generous and ready to do good. You hear that? Now, that's all I got. We're going to get some more next week, and the week after, we're going to get some more good. We'll show you how this works. I have something I wanted to share with you. We have a marathon album that is coming out. You can get it on iTunes. You can download it. Pre-release on iTunes. Brian, if I'm saying this wrong, good? Yes, okay. I didn't write any of the songs on this one. Just letting you know. I have said all the words, though, at some point in my life. That kind of thing. And so I wanted you to hear, and then next week, it'll be coming out next week. Got T-shirts, CDs, all that's coming out next week. Yay. And so you'll see that, but I thought I'd let you hear one of the songs, okay? And it's been on the radios and all that. Radio? I'm old. Music devices. How's that? Called Collide. Here we go.
You guys stand and worship with us one more time. Heaven come down, and our praise arise, fill us up now. Collide with our hearts as you pour out your passion like fire on us. Come now, come down.
and we'll see you next Sunday.